Okay, so for the problems I've added, this time you are given ace of 1, the first term, and we're adding the 7 each time, and they gave you 4 equations. So I'm going to show you a pattern, but I want you to see it first. And so you don't have to write this down. It'll be in Google Classroom, y'all too. But I put all 4 in y equals. Hand. Okay. So, and we're looking for 5 to be our first term, right? And to add 7. What's 5 plus 7? 12. So when x equals 1, it should equal 5. When x equals 2, 5 plus 7 is 12. So here, let's draw a little table out. So if you're given, and you could write that part down, if you're given ace of 1 is 5, then x when equals 1 should be 5. At 2, if we're adding 7, should be 12. 3 would be 19, correct? Y'all agree? Okay, so let's look at our table. And so 1 and 5, let me make this a little bit smaller. There we go. So I have y1 through y4. That's all the equations that were given. And of course, you can't put in. You have to put x. Do we have one of those? Does one of them match? 5, 12, 19. Do y'all see it? Yeah. So when x equals 1, y equals 5. When x equals 2, y equals 12, and so on. And the other one that was close was y3, had the same starting initial, but they didn't add 5, they subtracted. Okay, so now let's look at the equation. So y1 is our answer. And so y1 has the 5 on the outside. So the 5 was what on our equation or our problem? 5 was the ace of 1, the first term. So this outside, that ace of 1 is right here and right here. But the plus 7 is here. Okay, so the 7, if you multiplied, you would have 7 times n, which would be the same as 7x, and there's no other variable to combine it with. So that ends up being your slope. So the 7 ends up being your m. So our answer here was A. Okay, I know that's clear as mud, so let's do another one. Okay, so this one, a little bit different. You're given the equation, and now you're going back the other direction. Okay, so from what we just learned, what do you think our first term is? 4, exactly. So, and what you can do is you put, when n equals 1, what is 1 minus 1? 0. So, ace of n for this equation would be, all that's left would equal 4, the first term. Because 0 times 3 is just 0. So, which 2 can I omit? Opposite. So this is, what's our first term? 4. And so it's not 3. So ace of 1 doesn't equal 3. It's going to equal 4. Okay, so then first thing you could do, if you forget, you go straight to the calculator, go to y equals and type that equation in, except using x instead of n, and this is the table that you would get. So our first term is 4, 1 and 4, and then what are we doing? You're going 4 to 7 to 10. We're adding 4, subtracting 4, or adding or subtracting 3? Adding 3. Okay, and what's in front of the parentheses? No, right there. 3. Okay, and so that's another place where the 3 comes in. So we're adding 3 each time. That ends up being our change. And so that's our slope. So we're adding 3. So is my answer C or D? C. Because we're adding 3 each time. Okay, so if you can't see it or if you forget, because there's a lot of things you have to remember, then put it in y equals and look at the table. Okay, one more.